Good morning. It's a wonderful sunny day, February 2022, and we are at the biblical city of Azekah. The battle between Goliath and King David, or future King David, is here. And then we are talking about the city itself. Look how beautiful it is. You can see the gate of the city. And it's not wondering that the gate is here, because even the modern stairs took us up to here, man, because it's the most obvious way. And believe me, I climbed it. Then there's a lot of excavations around it, but what you see here is a gate from let's say from the 9th century to the 6th century BC. Difficult to see the gate? It's a gate. Believe me, it's a gate. But let's make a round tour around that city. And later on, we're going to climb up to there to talk about King David and Goliath. But think about it. It might be that that area is a Philistines area. Behind it, it's already the area of the Jews, Israel. Then in that case, this is the border, and you can see that it's controlling every place here. I'm talking about the Jewish place, the mountains of Judea, the Elah Valley, and that side is the seaside, the Mediterranean side, Ashkelon, Ashdod, which are Philistine cities at the time of King David. But let's see what we can see here, because they're still excavating here. And in this place that are still excavating, they actually excavated it at 2012, and it's located at the southern slope of Tel Azekah. This is the south. If you, in a good day, you can see the city of Gaza, and the area has revealed several phases. Most novelty occupation layers from the Persian period, which is 6th to 4th century BC, and destruction layers of the Iron Age too, which is the Jewish Philistines, actually more like the Jews, the 9th century to 6th century BC, and late Bronze. Then in that case, you can actually understand that that place is full with layers. Oh, look at the flower! Usually when they are covering something, it means there's something special in it, maybe mosaic floor or something like that. But look at the flowers. In Hebrew, we actually call it kalaniot. Oh, look at the kalaniot. How do you say kalaniot in English? Kalaniot. Red little flowers. Okay, then now we can understand that I love flowers.
I'll check. I think it's an anemone.
Yeah, it's something like that. But for me and for one of my best friend Mordechai, although he won't say that he's a good friend of mine, then you wanted to say something about it.
Yeah, this is what you can see here is this mound, or this rise here. This is part of the glacis that was built around 1600, 1700 BC.
Then we can actually say that it's a tell. It's like city on top of a city on top of a city.
Yeah, but this is part of their fortification. They would make a slope, a steep slope, and on top of that they would build a wall.
The wall is supposed to be here somewhere.
Yeah, make it really hard for somebody to attack. Although a lot of people attacked and succeeded, so it didn't quite work. This place was one of the gateways towards the Jerusalem area from the coast that you
from
can
the
see.
coast. And if you're talking about the Goliath time, that was the Philistines area?
Philistine area. And if we're talking about the kingdom of Israel or Judea,
it's the other side.
From right there to the south was the main city called Lachish, which
Oh,
was the main
that's
city
Lachish.
between Jerusalem and Lachish. This was the biggest outpost along the way.
And what about the letters of Lachish that mention Azekah? Remember?
Yeah, when the fire, they'd have a fire on top of the hill.
Right there.
Show the top of the hill.
Why do you have? Why do you
That
need
was
a
a
fire?
signal fire.
A signal fire.
The signal
All
fires
right.
of danger, of life. And when the fires went out here, the guys in Lachish knew that it was all over, that the Assyrian army had taken it. We're talking 586 BC. The Assyrian army had taken Azekah, and Lachish would be next. And
All
they
right.
were.
It's so green here.
Yeah, well, it's great to come here in the winter.
Yes, excellent day. Excellent day.
We have summer and January, February. This is our winter.
Which I must say, January, February are usually a very good time to visit Israel. Not a
Yes.
lot of tourists. It's not hot. It's not so cold.
I personally, that's when I do my personal hiking, 1, 2, 3 days every week. This is the time when you can really enjoy the land. The flowers start to bloom. It's a magnificent time, and they're never, even pre-corona, this was never totally inundated with tourists. Always easy access to just about every site in the country.
True,
January
true,
and February. After Christmas, and then March again it picks up. March, April, Passover, Easter.
But usually the weather in Israel is not bad, although you saw my videos and you saw that it snowed in Jerusalem. But that happens once in a few years.
Maybe I'll have
For one day.
Maybe I'll have Zahi put up a little YouTube video of my hike in the Golan with seeing
Why
the waterfalls.
didn't you call me?
Why didn't I call you?
Yeah.
That was a tough trip.
I know, but
No,
you know,
no, I made another one afterwards. I'll show you the pictures.
I saw pictures
No,
on
you didn't.
Facebook, I think.
Oh yeah, but you didn't see the video.
Yeah, but you didn't do it with me.
The problem is that the trail runs through the dry stream bed, but it was roaring and gushing down, and we were like hanging on to the wall, the cliff face to try to advance.
All right, but let's go. Let's go back to Goliath and David. Do you want to be Goliath?
I'd rather be, well, seeing the outcome, I'd rather be David, but I'd rather live.
All
in
right.
Goliath.
Then David was a young guy. He was a shepherd at that time. He wasn't supposed to be here.
No, he was just bringing food for his brothers, as the story goes.
Yes. And another excavation. Can you explain us about it, please?
I have to see what they were doing here first. Well, they found things here. They found sites here dating from the early Bronze Age, which we're talking about pre-2000 BC, and just and until the Persian period,
Which is?
Judea, when returned from exile, and it was the province of Judea. So this site has basically been continually occupied throughout all of the biblical times, and where we're talking about Old Testament times, just about straight through from before the time of Abraham until after the return from Babylon.
True.
So
And look at that. I mean, it's one of the best places to build a fortress, a city.
yeah,
It's a beautiful
There's the new
agriculture
city.
area. This
the new
is.
city, religious Orthodox Jewish city of Beit.
But before that, let's go to the biblical city. It's Bet Shemesh.
Bet Shemesh.
Yeah,
that-
Bet
that's what I'm
Shemesh.
saying.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bet
okay.
Shemesh was the border between the Jews and the Philistines. And remember, one of the things that I remember is that in that area they found pig spawns, and there in Bet Shemesh they found a lot of animal spawns, but all of them were kosher.
Okay. Can I a little bit of a correction? It was
All right.
Beit Shemesh was the border between Dan and the tribe of Dan and the tribe of Judea. And when Samson got too close to Beit Shemesh, the Judeans took him captive because he was making too much trouble.
Oh, Dash.
Okay,
Yeah.
and Beit Shemesh means the house of the sun.
True.
Actually,
Which is
the
not a
house of-
Jewish name.
No, it's the house of the sun god Shamesh.
Maybe.
Definitely, Shamesh was
Maybe.
the sun god of the Canaanites.
More excavation. I don't know what is all about, but you can see that we're usually excavating with squares. You can see one square, another square.
5 meter by 5 meters.
5 meters by 5 meters. Oh, look at the beautiful red.
Kalaniot.
Again, Kalaniot.
I'll check in the car. I got my booklet. I think it's an enemy.
Yeah, it is. It is. Say it again.
An enemy?
Yes, it is. There are more excavations there. And now we are moving to a different side. Is this the...
This is where they throw the rubble.
This
We're
is
going
what?
east towards the. This is where the road to the Elah Valley would be to your right, and the road in between Hebron and
Yeah, but
Jerusalem.
true, that's there. But Beit Shemesh, what's happened to... I mean, when the Philistines took the 10 Commandments, the Ark of the Covenant.
Well, yeah, they had a hard time. They were getting sick, and a lot of bad things were happening to them, and so they said, well, we'll let the Ark of the Covenant go back
Take it.
wherever it wants. Hopefully they thought it would go back to their house of their gods, but it wandered into Beit Shemesh.
And who took it? King David. I mean,
Well,
he wasn't the king, but he...
it didn't cause too much goodwill when the Ark of the Covenant came to Beit Shemesh. So in the end, it got put up where today the town of Abu Ghosh is.
Yes, Kiryat Yarim.
Kiryat Yarim.
Yeah, but I think what's happened here is that he told them don't touch it, and a lot of people touch it, and a lot of them died.
Yeah, so
But
they got rid of it quickly.
Yeah, that. Then this is the valley of Elah Valley.
Yeah, now
Look
you
how
can-
green it
You can
is.
see the glasses from here is actually
Yes.
in a lot better condition.
Yes, you
This
can
was
see-
all man-made. You have to remember that there was a little hill like in front of us, but this was basically man-made, and it was.
It was a small hill, but on top of it they built the cities. I mean, you can see that. Look at that.
And they built. This is everything that you see down. Can you point downwards? That's
Yeah,
Zahi?
yeah.
Everything that you see downwards is fortification. This is
Yeah.
all made by people in the various times, and the biggest building spree here was about 1700 BC. That's when the major building works happened.
All right, let's talk
And
about.
that's where we're going.
Yeah, that Soho.
We're going that direction too.
All right.
Yeah.
Then let's talk a little bit while we are climbing up. Let's talk about King David.
Well, let's talk about him when we start up at Soho.
No, but we are here in Tel Azekah, and they want to know it. Then David was a little child that came to help.
He was a young guy. He
Young
was a
guy,
shepherd.
all right. He came to help his brothers that were here.
The army, the Judite army or Israelite army was down here, and Goliath was calling them out to one-on-one battle, like if you're familiar with the Iliad, something like Achilles versus Hector. Very much the same kind of
The idea
story.
is let's not kill everyone for that.
A champion from each side will decide who the winner of the battle was, and not everybody has to go die, which is a nice idea. But Goliath.
But it's more than that, because it's actually a battle between two religions as well. No, yes. If I will win, it means my God won.
Well, their idea of religion. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you for accepting it.
The idea of religion then was very different from now. Then you had the problem was with this battle was that Goliath was this big, humongous giant. He had a sword like nobody else could lift up, and he had very thick armor plate, and nobody really wanted to fight him.
Yeah, actually,
And
they
so
started to run away from it.
Yeah, every day he'd come out and challenge, and nobody from the Israelite camp would come out to face him.
Who is gonna fight with me?
They were all pretty much a coward. And then David said, I'll fight him.
I'll do that. Great.
And so King Saul was going to give him all his armor and his sword and everything, but it was like too heavy for the quick and nimble shepherd boy. So what King...
Think about it, he would walk like that.
No, he couldn't walk. So what happened was that David just took his stick and his pouch, and his sling, picked up 5 rocks from down there.
From down there.
And we're going to go there. And
we're going to pick you some stones.
Another side. By the way, that's 0.
All right.
That's Ephes Damim. You can see that little river going
down
down
there
near the street.
And next to the tree and next to the road.
That's where the people believe that was where King David picked up the 5 stones, put 5 in his pocket, in his pouch, took 1, and with a sling and one mighty shot,
straight to the head.
Struck him right in the forehead, and Goliath fell down and died. Okay.
We won! We won!
Now we've got the other 4 rocks we still have, and they're for sale. Just.
Oh, wait, just come on. You can see the topographic layers. Yeah.
Geology here.
Yeah, it's so sad that it's not in English.
Dolomite.
The dolomite, chavar, chalk.
Chavar is clay.
Clay.
And then there's
chavar. This is chavar.
And then the gear is.
Can you say chalk or something?
No,
like
it's gear is.
Limestone?
Limestone, and then above that is chalk. Kirton is chalk.
Yeah, and tzur?
Tzur is flint.
Flint. Then it's like layers.
This layer is what made it easy to build it.
Mm-hmm.
That's where all the tunnels were dug around here, and we're going to another time period of Bar Kokhba, and he dug cities under the cities when he was fighting the Romans in 132 to 135.
Then they're talking about the place then. What we're talking about, Hebron. This is Hebron, which is far, far away. Do you see the far, far mountains?
Yeah. I'm going
all right.
I got a tour of Hebron in a couple of weeks.
Oh, right. I want to go there. Elah. It's in front of you.
Right there.
Yeah.
That is the valley opening up from the coast to Hebron and Jerusalem.
Yeah. That goes to Hebron, Jerusalem. I'm actually using that road a lot. And that goes to Bet Shemesh and Tel Aviv and Ashdod and Ashkelon.
Okay, let's cut this movie and we'll do.
Let's go to see what's that. Now that's a lookout area. Oh, sundial. The area of Kiryat Gath and Ashkelon. Ashdod is that way. The city of Lod and Ramle. Bet Meir, Zechariah, Bet Jamal. Christian places as well. Bar Giora and Bet Shemesh, we know it, we saw it. And Gush Etzion and Hebron is straight ahead. This is the east. And we are leaving the place now. Back to our car. It's quite hot today. That video was made for lots of my subscribers who actually asked me to take a video of that area, and here it is. And please subscribe my channel, and I will ask Mordecai if he wants me to put his email as well.
I subscribed to your channel, Zahi, already.
Sorry?
I already subscribed to your channel.
No, but if they want to reach you, because you are good. Nah.
I do the short version.
Then we're actually rushing. We are running like the Philistines.
I got a 6-hour hike for you.
Yeah, we're going to hike. Yeah. But the Philistines, after they defeated they ran away, and the Israelite chased them. I'm sure that you remember the head of Goliath. And we are back. We make a kind of a round tour. We're back at the gate, heading down.
The new tour season started.
Yeah, yeah, that's
In between variant tour.
yeah, it's birthright. I love the birthright groups, although I'm not guiding them. We're talking about people from Jews from all over the world. Where are you from?
South Africa.
South Africa
Australia.
and Australia. Oh, I can hear your accent.
Australia.
They are from South Africa and Australia. There's a huge connection between them. My wife is South African woman, and her family is now in Australia. And that's a good idea, that to bring Jews, especially the youth that never been in Israel, to visit Israel for like 10 days, for almost for free. If I
Not like my private tours. They're a bit more expensive.
but it's a wonderful idea.
I like private tours better.
Private tour is a private tour, but you know, the idea of showing those Jews who've never been in Israel, it's a different thing, and I think it's a very good. It's one of the best ideas of Israel in the last few years. Then say goodbye to Tel Azekah. It looks like, you know what, Mordecai. Then that was the height of the hill, the original hill, and everything above it's.
Yeah, that's all man-made.
Yeah,
Layer
man-made.
on layer on layer of cities
Yes.
and fortifications.
True. And we're going back to the car then.
This is going to be a hard day.
And it's only the beginning of the day. Then,
Up to the top.
then we're going to the car, and on the way to the car you will see not only birthrights groups. I can hear the noise of look like Israeli schools, but look at the soldiers. There's a group of soldiers here that eating breakfast, or for them maybe it's even lunch. But what are they doing here? Are they going
They're
to?
learning.
They're studying. Yes,
They're studying.
yes.
It's
Most
part
of the
being
time.
in the Israeli
Yeah,
army,
most of the
studying
time the soldiers are studying about Israel.
things. Not most of the time. One day a month, maybe.
No, one day a month. It's a lot. For 3 years, they're visiting most of Israel, and they came from different places, rich places, poor places, but now everyone here are equal. And it might be that their best friends forever is there. Maybe they don't know it yet. And here we are.
Okay.
If you will take his groups, if you take Mordechai, look at the car, at the facility of that car.
Yeah, it's a bit dusty.
Yes. Then say goodbye, Mordecai.
Bye.
Bye, my dears. Don't forget to subscribe my channel if you didn't do that until now.